Thank you, Riley.
Best of luck, mate. Have a great panel.
Let's give it up for Riley Knight. What's going on, MagicCon Philadelphia? Okay, whoa, hold on. I know a lot of you just got on the show floor, but I also know I'm from the East Coast. I know East Coast Magic fans are the best Magic fans in the world. I want them to hear you on the West Coast. Let's try that again. What's going on, MagicCon Philadelphia? That's what I'm talking about. As Riley said, my name is Steve Sunu. I am the Global Product Marketing Manager for Magic the Gathering, specializing in Secret Lair, and I am so excited to be here with you this weekend. This is an amazing show. We've got some amazing guests coming out for you to talk about Secret Lair, talk about the behind-the-scenes stuff that you don't get to see, behind-the-scenes stories, and we've got some amazing guests to come out and talk about this stuff with you. We're going to jump right into it. I'm very, very happy to introduce Art Director Tom Jenkot. Tom.
Hey, Steve.
What's up, man?
How you doing?
How are you?
Good to see you.
It's like I saw you right backstage just now.
It's been
It's been
long.
forever,
Yeah.
forever. Let's take a seat. Let's take a seat. All right.
Thanks. I'll follow your lead.
A big puppet mask.
Oh, it looks like we got a hot mic. Hot mic.
Hey,
Good?
everybody.
What?
Somewhere? Who?
Is this on?
Is this on? Oh.
I don't think it's on.
I don't think the mic's on.
I don't think I can get. Oh, there we go.
There we go. Can everybody hear Tom? Let's give a big round of applause for Tom Jenkot. All right.
Thanks, guys.
So, Tom, you are the principal art director for Magic the Gathering. You're principal art director for Magic.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your Secret Lair origin story? I think
Sure.
we're going to start there. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've worked at Wizards for 14 years now, and I was working in marketing for a long time. But when the studio started working on the Secret Lair and the Booster Fund stuff, they asked me to come and help, and it was just kind of a dream come true to work on this new and cool stuff. I was brought on right before, a few months before the first 7 Secret Lair drops were released. So the work that I was working on kind of came out the next year and the next years, and like so much last year. It was really, yeah.
Anybody here remember that first run of Secret Lair drops? Anybody? Yeah, those were really great. And you know, when those were being developed, you know, I know you and I had a lot of conversations about Secret Lair and sort of how cool it was. What was it like for you in those early days of developing what Secret Lair was going to be? Because I know you were around for a lot of those conversations.
Yeah, early on we weren't sure exactly how far we should push it. So we're very cautious. We were cautious with our frame choices, with our art choices. We knew we were doing some cool stuff. But once we started pushing and seeing what everybody thought was cool, we knew that we could do a lot of different cool stuff. Like we started doing a lot of hand-drawn cards or like borderless cards. Like
you guys like the hand-drawn and borderless stuff? Yeah, there we go.
Like those cereal box cards and stuff like that. Like so much fun to do. Like it's really just about like our kind of center, our kind of goal was. Love letters to our fans, right? Just that's our target, and we're making stuff that we love. You know, everybody, the fans are going to love it too. So.
Well, I mean, I think it helps that everybody that works on Secret Lair, you, me, everybody that we're bringing up today, they're also really big fans of Magic, and I think that really adds a lot to what it is that we do. What for you? You've been working on this all these years. You know, you've been at Wizards for 14 years. What was the moment or the piece of art where it sort of clicked? You knew that Secret Lair was going to be something special.
It was Prime Slime. So Wizard of Barge's Prime Slime. Like once we did that, we put like this crazy art style. We were crossing our fingers. Everybody loved it. We knew that we could just do kind of the craziest thing that we wanted to do. That was the moment. And that's kind of what unlocked like all those hand-drawn coming from there. That was the very first moment that I knew like we could do whatever kind of what we wanted, whatever we felt like in our hearts was that, you know, that love letter.
For sure, and it's really been an evolution of seeing it go from, you know, like you said, being pretty cautious from those early days, going all the way up through Prime Slime, and then suddenly we start to see hand-drawn cards, you know, more of these like full art borderless things, and I've been really impressed to see. I'm sure there are a lot of people out here that have been really impressed and getting to see a lot of this stuff, right? Right?
Fun.
Yeah.
It's so fun.
Any Prime Slime fans out in the audience? Any Wizard of Barge fans? You know, he's here this weekend.
Oh, is he?
Yeah. He's actually on this panel. He's going to come out a little later.
Canceled.
No, he's here.
Oh,
he's
is?
here. He's still here. Well, something that a lot of people might not know about you is that you worked on Secret Lair. You were a big part of, art directing a lot of those images and those card arts that people love for Secret Lair that sort of help define what Secret Lair is. What they might not know about you is that you also were working in parallel on a lot of the Booster Fun stuff that was coming out for Magic main sets. So, how did your experiences as art director for Secret Lair, how did you take those and apply them to what you were doing for Booster Fun, and how do you continue to apply those now that you're, unfortunately, let's give a big awe after I say this, everybody, that you are no longer the art director for Secret Lair and you're only working on Booster Fun.
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. That.
Yeah. Totally unprompted too. Amazing, right?
Totally unprompted.
Yeah.
Early on it was both Booster Fun and Secret Lair drop, and it was kind of I don't want to say it was just me. There's a lot of people moving, but it was a lot of me. And then once we realized that it was starting to, people were into it, it just kind of grew and grew, and it was just too much for a few people. But when we were developing both of those, Booster Fun and Secret Lair drop, the Venn diagram of that overlaps quite a bit. So inevitably, as we're brainstorming for one or the other, we come up with ideas for one or the other. So when we're working hard on Booster Fun, which we work on much earlier, we have to work on years in advance. There's nuggets there that that would be an amazing Secret Lair drop, and so we just kind of tuck that away and come back to it when it was the right time. Yeah.
I think that some of the Booster Fun, especially for Phyrexia All Will Be One, one of the cards that I think really has resonated with people is that Elish Norn Mother of Machines by Junji Ito. Mm-hmm. People like the Junji Ito stuff.
Yeah.
We had a Secret Lair for that too, and I know that you were a part of the team that sort of got that going and up off the ground.
Yeah, we have this kind of dream list of artists to work with, and I work with this Japanese art agency in Tokyo. They've been an art agency for over 100 years. It's crazy, in Tokyo. And I reach out to them about certain artists, and we see what traction we get, and it's just shocking that Junji Ito was into it. And so we did the Secret Lair drop, but then we also had him do a card, obviously, Elish Norn, and it's just gorgeous. We didn't know, so the timing of the thing, we didn't actually know what the card was going to be at that time. We knew that Elish Norn was going to be the star, so we had him do that. But he didn't draw to any mechanics or anything like that. It was just draw Elish Norn, here you go, and he did an amazing job.
I mean, I think we'd all agree that Elish Norn is absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. Amazing work on that, Tom.
Yeah.
But there's other Booster Fun in Phyrexia All Will Be One. There's a lot of different treatments. There's Phyrexian ink treatment, which you can see on a current Secret Lair in the Winter Super Drop 2023, the Showcase All Will Be One drop with the Step-In Complete Foil treatment. Check it out. The other one though are these, which you were on Building Worlds for, one of our videos, where you got to talk about these sort of alternate universe planeswalkers, right? What was the idea going into that? I found that to be really cool. I love alternate universe stuff. So
well, it kind of started with the Junji Ito.
Yeah.
So once we had that, we're like, hey, this is we could use this Japanese horror manga style in a way here for these completed planeswalkers. And then we just kind of said, well, what if some of these were also we imagined them being completed? So we got to see this beautiful horror manga art, but then also pushed it into the categories of the non-canon what if category.
It'd be pretty great if we could see some of those that might be in a Secret Lair drop right now. You guys want to see something? Oh, I guess we could put something up on the screen. Let's put it up on the screen. So I'm gonna walk out here. Is it up on the screen? There it is.
Which one is it?
Ugin, the Ineffable. It's Ugin the Ineffable. And we're gonna have some nice visual references for you here with these lovely oversized versions of them. So we have Ugin the Ineffable, right? Very cool. Tom, tell me a little bit more about what went into each of these pieces, because they're so different than what it is that you normally see on a main set Magic card.
It was really just about choosing the right artists. So with the Tokyo art agency, Kogodo, we worked with them on just selecting the right artists. Some of them do horror manga, and some of them just adapted to this style, really. It was just about finding that right artist.
Now we have 3 other cards to show you from this Secret Lair drop. Let's go on to the next slide. It is Sorin Imperious Bloodlord.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. Any Sorin fans out there? Any Sorin Markov fans? There we go.
I almost swore, Steve.
Sorry?
I almost swore. It's so exciting to see.
Don't do that.
That's
Don't
the
do
one
that.
rule they said. Don't.
Family
play.
show. Family show, Tom.
Yeah.
But yeah, we've got Sorin Imperious Bloodlord here, looking really, really great. Face sort of obscured there. If we move on to the next card reveal, we have Sarkin Dragon Soul. People like Sarkin Vol? Any Sarkin Vol fans from the original Shards of Alara? Yeah? All right. I'm a big Shards of Alara fan myself. So we got Sarkin Dragon Soul. And then the last card that we will be showing off today is Nicol Bolas Dragon God. Oh, some Bolas fans in the crowd, I see.
So great.
So these cards are a part of a Secret Lair drop called, I believe, More Borderless Planeswalkers. It is going to be available exclusively through WPN stores.
Yeah.
WPN stores. Can I get a shout out for a big cheer for our WPN stores? Local game stores, friendly local game stores. Love them. And one of the things that it's part of sort of some different things that we're doing with Secret Lair, but you're not able to talk about that. You're not able to talk about that. That's not your stuff. So we have to bring out our next guest. Please welcome Emily Floyd, Senior Business Development Manager for Secret Lair Wizards of the Coast.
Do you want me to move down?
Emily.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
We work together.
This is amazing.
So,
You want us?
so Emily, what is? I want to talk about the WPN exclusive nature of this
Yes,
drop, but before we do that, I would love to know a little bit about your Secret Lair origin story. How did you come to Secret Lair? How'd you come to Wizards?
Yeah. So I've been in the gaming industry for a while now, on top of just being a huge nerd myself. So Secret Lair's been on my radar since the very beginning, but it wasn't really until very recently, because I'm actually a pretty newish member to the team at Wizards. The Pride drop last year, benefiting the Trevor Project.
Pride Across the Multiverse?
Yes.
Can I get some love for it?
So that was the drop that really made Secret Lair stand out to me. And it was the first time I really saw myself in Magic and felt like I was a part of the space, which was incredibly exciting. And it meant the world to me, and I just wanted to be a part of that magic. And I was very fortunate that we happened to be looking for people to come onto the Secret Lair team at that time. So those of you who have bought Secret Lairs will probably understand this timeline. I found and saw the Pride drop. I purchased it right away. I applied for the job. I interviewed for the job. I kept interviewing for the job. I got offered the job. I accepted the job. I put in my 2 weeks notice. I started at Wizards, and then I received the Pride drop in the mail.
There you go.
But it was such a great way to welcome myself into the team, and it's still, to me, one of the most special things we've ever done, and it represents the power of Secret Lair and what Secret Lair can do for the Magic community and for people who aren't yet in the Magic community. So that drop is always going to be special to me.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's amazing. Yeah, let's give it up. Let's give it up. So we have here 4 gorgeous cards that were art directed by the one and only Tom Jenkot.
This is amazing. I feel a little bit like I'm on QVC, but it's incredible.
Sure. So these 4 gorgeous cards, incredibly gorgeous. They're in a Secret Lair drop that is a WPN exclusive Secret Lair drop.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
That's a great question. So one of the things that Secret Lair is always doing as we grow, we're always experimenting and finding new ways to put Secret Lair out into the world. The thing that has made Secret Lair very unique from a lot of other Magic products is, of course, the fact that it is direct to consumer, and that for most Secret Lair drops, if you want it, you go on the website, you buy it, you get it. But something that's always been important to Magic and to Wizards in general is love for our friendly local game stores, love for our WPN network. And yes, absolutely. So the problem, I guess, that's a strong word, but the DTC experience, the website purchasing experience, of course, is not something you can walk into your friendly local game store and take advantage of. So we're working with the WPN network to unveil a special WPN exclusive drop, as you've talked about, so that there are more ways for you to build your Secret Lair collection, and this one gets you into your local WPN store, gets you interacting with the WPN community, and it's just one new special way for you to interact with Secret Lair.
Yeah, I think it's great. I'm really happy that we're doing this. The WPN team has been great to work with, and we're so excited to be able to bring this product to our friendly local game stores. This is a part, you mentioned experimentation.
Yes.
And that's something that I've seen a lot of coming into the Secret Lair team and just like working very closely with you. There are a lot of things that we're experimenting with, some of which we can't tell you right now. I'm sorry, you'll get to see them later on down the line. But one of the things that's going on right now is the Winter Super Drop 2023.
Some new things happening
Some new things happening. Some of you might have noticed that there's a much longer amount of time to order this time around. Experimenting with longer sales windows. What's going on with that?
So we really do listen to the community and what people are asking for when it comes to Secret Lair. Secret Lair is so much more agile and able to stay in tune because of just the way that Secret Lair is made compared to your regular Magic product. So because of that, we're really able to listen to feedback and just build on that and experiment with that. And one of the things that makes it all the more accessible for us to do that is, like Tom mentioned before, that Secret Lair has really been a love letter up till now and still is. And he is really underplaying that. Like in the past couple of years that Secret Lair has existed, it has genuinely been a labor of love from the folks at Magic in the studio, just making it happen while they have a million other responsibilities and things that they're doing. But there would be a project they're passionate about or an artist that they really wanted to work with, like Junji Ito, and so they would spend any spare moment they had to make these drops come to life. And it's been amazing to see how much the community reacts to Secret Lair, how much you guys love Secret Lair, which is really, really satisfying for us to know that Secret Lair is a big part of the community. So because of that, we've been able to actually grow the Secret Lair team so that folks like Tom can go do amazing things and kind of pass the torch to folks specifically building Secret Lair. So we have a whole team now that's dedicated to the growth of Secret Lair. That's part of my job, is really helping to grow the Secret Lair brand and figuring out what we do next that makes Secret Lair a better experience for all of you. And so because we have that dedicated attention, because we've got the brand new team, we're experimenting with a lot of new things, which includes longer sales windows, so you have more time to catch the drop, because with Secret Lair you have to buy it during that time or else it's gone forever. We're also changing up some things internally that I'm not going to talk about in too much detail, but the name of the game is to get Secret Lairs into your hand faster and to just give you a better overall Secret Lair experience.
Amazing. And give it up for sure.
Yes.
So before we bring out some more special guests, I did just want to ask you, what is one thing, since you've gotten onto Secret Lair, that you really, really love about Secret Lair? Just one.
Oh my God, one thing.
Yeah, one thing.
If you say it's me, I'll say it's you.
Great.
Or your shoes.
It's Tom Jenkot. No, it's honestly the people that are making the people at Magic are amazing. Just hands down, the people that I work with every day, including these two, but also all the other people behind the scenes, are incredible humans. Everyone is just as passionate about Magic as everyone in this room is, and it's really awesome to see all of that go into every decision that gets made. But with Secret Lair in particular, we're this scrappy, cool group of there's about half of us that are kind of newbies to the Wizards environment, and then half folks that have been around at the studio or have been involved with Wizards up till now. So we have a lot of mixed perspectives. We've got a lot of people from all different backgrounds that are coming together to make this cool, weird, niche, experimental part of Magic the Gathering something really special, and I just love working with every single one of them, and I'm really excited about what's going to come out in the next couple of years thanks to this amazing team.
That was a good answer, and it was very nice that you called me cool. I appreciate that. But you know what else is cool? The art that goes on Secret Lair. We spent a lot of time talking about the cards, some of the behind the scenes. You guys want to see some artists? You want to see some artists? Excellent. We have two incredible artists here. I want to bring them both out. We have Justine Jones and the Wizard of Barge. Come on out. Come on. There we go. Let's show some appreciation for our artists. Let's do it. Oh my goodness. It is a true pleasure to have both of you here. Thank you so much for being here, Justine and the Wizard of Barge. It's a mouthful, man. I'm just going to call you the Wizard or Wizard.
That works.
Great, we did it. So Justine, I want to start with you. What is your Secret Lair origin story? Because I know that you've been in illustration a while.
Yeah.
How did you start doing Secret Lair stuff?
So I was actually initially contacted by the D&D team to do a series of black and white drawings that never actually got used. But I think they liked them so much that they wanted to work with me again in the future. And Jessica Lanzillo, who was at the time the creative director, she was familiar with my work before, and she had really wanted to work with me. So I think she saw that as a chance to maybe do a little more, and that I had already worked for the company. And she emailed me to ask me about doing the 3 creatures for the first Secret Lair.
Kaleidoscope killers,
yeah.
For anybody that's out there.
And she gave me a crazy deadline, and I was like, I don't think I can actually do that, but I guess I have to do that. And I still, the whole entire time, I didn't think it was real, because Secret Lair had never existed before. They weren't using different art styles. I was like, do you know have you seen my art before? Do you know, do you know what it looks like? Because it doesn't look like what is normally on a Magic card. The whole time I thought someone was playing a joke on me, maybe.
I think we're all very glad that it wasn't a joke.
Oh yeah.
It's one of I know that one of the pieces that is most popular from those early days is from that first drop that you did for us, the Dragon.
Yes.
You throw the Dragon up on the screen.
Love for the Dragon.
Yeah.
It's so good. So good.
This piece is awesome.
Yes.
And I know for a fact that it is one of Emily's favorite Magic the Gathering art pieces.
It is literally my favorite Magic the Gathering card. Sorry.
Thank you.
Sorry, all other Magic the Gathering cards.
It's so good. Look at it.
So talk a little bit more. Looking at this piece now, we can see it on the screen here. What was it like for you to go through and do this piece, knowing it was going to be on a Magic card?
So, I actually feel lucky. I used to play Magic the Gathering when I was a little bit younger. When I was even younger than that, I would collect the cards, even though I didn't know how the game actually worked. But I never had played Commander, so I wasn't familiar with how important the Dragon actually is. And I think if I was, I would have been really, really nervous about it. But that took a little bit of the stress off. But still, I am familiar with the artwork for it. Had this pressure to do this amazing, crazy dragon. But I just had fun with it, because that is my favorite thing to do. And I love dragon wings and working with symmetry and just making this striking, crazy monster. It was just so fun. And that's the one piece from the 3 that just instantly came to me. I knew exactly what I wanted to do. The only thing that changed was originally I was supposed to draw a bunch of smaller dragons around it to show off the size of the dragon. And
scale dragons as opposed to dragon scales.
Dragon for scale.
So in the end, I thought it looked kind of busy, and I took them out. But actually, the original sketch that I turned in is in the art show across the street. If you want to see some scribbly little dragons around the dragon, you can
That's amazing.
go over there.
You've done a lot of dragons for Secret Lair.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, you also did
Never
this
enough.
this next one that we'll put up on the screen. Evan Death Dracolich from the Here Be Dragons Beetle and Grimm Secret Lair. Incredible piece of art. And this was really cool because it sort of coalesced the two things that you were doing for Wizards at the time, which were Secret Lair and some of the showcase cards for Adventures in the Forgotten Realms.
Right. So this one was at the very tail end of those other pieces I had done for the regular set. And Tom actually emailed me. I was like, can you do this one more thing? And I was like, oh, I always have time for a dragon. Of course. But it was also a really weird time during the pandemic where I was living in this tiny apartment, just doing all these drawings, going kind of insane because no one was going outside. So I was just like working to get this deadline done. I took a break to like go get something in the kitchen. And when I was coming back, I tripped over a table and what I thought was stubbed my toe, but when I looked down, my toe was like sideways.
Oh my God.
So very strangely, I feel like this bone dragon cursed me and made me break a bone while I was working on it. But I also like frantically was emailing Tom being like, I'm so sorry, the dragon might be a little late because I broke my toe.
Oh my God.
And he was like, why are you so worried about the dragon when you have a broken bone?
Yeah, man, take care of your toe. Like, what?
So every time I look at this dragon, I just think about pain. But I don't know. He's a cool guy.
So whenever people come up and ask you to like sign this card or you see the card, you just
like,
remember that your toe was broken.
Just draw a big toe, broken toe on it with like the wrong hand.
Yeah.
So you did these two dragons. You've done a lot of work for Wizards now, but one of the ones that came up most recently is a little card in the Secret Lair 30th Anniversary Countdown Kit. It was the first card that anybody opened. It is among the most iconic cards that people remember in Magic the Gathering, and I'm hyping this up a lot, so I'm sure you're not nervous to talk about it. It's Shivan Dragon. Shivan Dragon from the 30th Anniversary Countdown Kit. Gorgeous piece. Incredible piece.
Beautiful.
You mentioned that you were a Magic player when you were. This is one of the cards that I know that you're very aware of. We've talked about it before.
Yeah, so I never played this card because this card was out when I was very young. I didn't know how to play Magic, but I did collect the cards. So it's one that I remember seeing the art of and being so intrigued by, especially when I was young. I didn't know anything about Magic lore at all. I thought it was Shivan Dragon, and it was a dragon named Shivan. And also, just like the art, the Melissa Benson art was so iconic to me. Just like the twinkling sky and like the way the dragon's grabbing at you and the way its belly is kind of like this rubbery, like textural form. It kind of reminds me of like Flight of the Dragons or like the Hobbit animated movie, like all the Rankin Bass animated dragons, which are my favorite dragons. So being asked to do this was so exciting, and I wanted to kind of like call back to that original card, but at the same time have it in my style, which hopefully I achieved. I had a lot of fun messing with all the little wing bits and all the textures, but it's probably one of my favorite arts that I've done.
I know, y'all like this piece? Pretty good? Great piece. Pretty good, nothing. Justine, these are incredible pieces. And I think that one of the great things about Secret Lair is that there's a lot of room for a lot of different art styles. Do you see how I'm transitioning over to talking about Wizard of Barge now? We have Wizard of Barge here, who has an incredible art style. Very, very different, but still available for use in Secret Lair. And I gotta ask, man, I've asked everybody up here, what's your Secret Lair origin story? How'd you start working on it?
So I've been a fan of Magic for a long time, but just like Justine, I never saw a way that my art would fit in. And then back in 2017, I was doing an art show in Portland, and somebody that worked at Wizards came by and was like, hey, just want to let you know, a lot of us have your prints and we wear your shirts in the office. And there we go. And
yes, we do.
at the time,
Sorry.
no, I love it. I love it. At the time, that really was like, cool, that's as close to, Magic the Gathering that I'm going to get, because there wasn't a place, for my art to fit in yet. And then heard nothing, just silence for a few years. And then the first Secret Lair came out, and I was like, that's my ticket in. And, 6 months or so later, I got that fate email. That's not a word, but, I got the email, and it was fate. That's what I'm trying to say.
There we go. That's amazing. And we have some of your pieces here to show as well, obviously. The first one that we want to show is a pretty unique card that some people here may be aware of, but some people might not. It's a card called the Secret Lair. This is a special Heroes of the Realm card that Wizards of the Coast gives out to select employees that make incredible contributions to Magic and to Wizards. So only employees can get this card. It doesn't even have a Magic back. It has a Heroes of the Realm back. So this is a promotional card, but you did the art for this. You did the art for a card that is literally called the Secret Lair. And I know this is a piece that you have a print of it at your table.
Yeah.
That you're selling. Yeah.
This actually is. I would say this is my intro into Secret Lair in an illustration. When they reached out for this one, they just said, what do you think the Secret Lair team at Wizards looks like? What do you think their office looks like? What do you think them creating the cards looks like? And I was like, oh, for sure, it's a cult. Like, there's no way it's not. And, it's a mana that makes any color, so there's this giant portal going down, and this is them creating all their magic. And then you might notice in the foreground, there's a little guy with a knife coming to, infiltrate. That's me. That's me breaking my way into the Secret Lair.
Do you see the resemblance?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
This is really accurate, actually.
They just took their cloaks off backstage.
Let's move on to something that I think most Secret Lair fans know you for, which is Prime Slime. You're the Secret Lair drop with the coolest slimes.
Oh, my God.
The best slimes. This was your introduction into Magic. This was, like you said, that you felt like this was your way in.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about what it was like to develop this and work through this, and to knowing that these were going to show up on a Magic card.
Yeah, I mean, it was similar to Justine, where I had one Secret Lair drop to kind of go off of and be like, okay, well, they're letting artists do their own styles, but there still wasn't anything like super cartoony and weird and simple and goofy, which is kind of my corner. And so I kept thinking like, okay, I'm going to draw what looks like a Magic card, but kind of my style. And then the only note that I kept getting back is like, you need to make it like totally yours. And I'm like, are you sure? I can keep making it more mine. And it was so cool. They allowed me to, get as weird as I wanted. And when I was like, okay, this is for sure not going to get approved, and they're like, that's perfect, we love it. And I'm like, okay, cool. And luckily, I got slimes for my first one, and there's no wrong way to draw a slime,
That's true. I know that you have a favorite among these. Which one's your favorite?
I do. I love Mimeoplasm. I mean,
Oh, we have some Commander fans in the audience, I see.
Yeah, it's heavily used in a lot of people's Commander decks, and I just love the excuse to make he's got one ear, one horn, one wing, a arm coming out of an arm. It doesn't make sense, but it was so much fun to just I'll just keep adding stuff until I run out of room on the card.
I mean, Tom was saying it earlier. I think that looking at just the selection of art that we pulled for Justine, the selection of art we pulled for you, I remember when we revealed that Scavenging Ooze, and I was like, Scavenging Ooze is awesome. This is incredible. This is what's happened? These in a dumpster. What's happening here? So we talked about cool promotional card that you did. Which is a favorite piece of yours. We talked about the thing that most people know you for Secret Lair. There is one other card that was recently revealed for a Secret Lair play promo, which I'm sure a lot of Magic fans are familiar with. It's Jace the Mind Sculptor. You got to do a Jace the Mind Sculptor, man. Oh my goodness, So we talked with Justine about Shivan Dragon, another iconic card.
Yeah.
Jace the Mind Sculptor is possibly the most iconic Planeswalker for Magic players. If Shivan Dragon is the most iconic dragon, Jace, I would say, is Jace the Mind Sculptor is the most iconic Planeswalker. As a Magic fan, what was it like for you to be asked to do something like this? How do you even start doing something like that?
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely the highest pressure card I've ever done. And opposite of the slimes, where there's no right way to draw, or no wrong way to draw a slime, there's a lot of wrong ways to draw Jace the Mind Sculptor. It's very specific how he looks. He has, certain things on his clothing. Like, I had to match everything, so I'm like scanning the original, and I'm like, okay, I have to get all these runes perfect. This is perfect for me. But, yeah, it was a ton of pressure. And if you look in, most of my artwork, I don't draw human characters ever. All my characters are like goblins or demons, and this was kind of the first human. He still kind of doesn't look human, but this is my version of a human. But yeah, the pressure for this one was definitely the most, I guess, intense of like focused. I have to make this right because it's such a, iconic card.
I mean, yeah, it is. Do you guys like it? Do you like it? Yeah.
I think you got it right. Yeah.
This image, people might have been seeing this image a lot around the show floor because there is a convention-exclusive playmat with the Jace the Mind Sculptor art on it. If you haven't checked it out, you should go check it out. And also, it's just really cool.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like, it's really cool. Normally, I would ask what other work you have coming up with Secret Lair, if you have any other work coming up with Secret Lair, but you can't talk about any of that, and I'm not going to let you. So we've got, we do have some other stuff coming up, but before we get to that, I want to make sure that people know where to find you this weekend. Justine, where is your table? You can just point. We're on the floor.
Oh, it's over there. I think it's 4262, but it's like if you just walk that way to the corner, you will see me. And
All the way
there's
up
also a
against that
giant
back wall.
dragon floating from the ceiling, so you can follow the dragon.
And then Wizard of Barge, you are also an Artist Alley. Where is your table?
Against the wall back there under mimeoplasm.
Yeah.
And if you're interested in any of the art that you've seen today, I know that these incredible artists have some cool prints and playmats and cool stuff at their table that you should definitely go check out. Please go support your Magic artist. That is the thing that we really want you to do. We do have one other surprise to you, but I've got a couple of business things to get through before I can get it. First of all, if you do love art, and you're here for the Secret Lair panel, so I have to assume that you love art, we have a special art activation going on across the street. You can just go right across the street on Arch Street, and you should be able to see it. It's got big Planeswalker symbols in the window. Today's exhibit is all Secret Lair art, so you can see the Dragon sketch that Justine mentioned on display there. There is a whole big print of zoomed in of the Fibblethip. Where's Fibblethip's Secret Lair drop? And you can go see, you can try to find Fibblethip in there.
So
Lots
good.
of really, really incredible pieces there. Please go, please check them out. They're only there today, and after today it swaps over to a new exhibit tomorrow, so please go check it out. Also, you might have seen the Secret Lair Showdown was a thing that happened this weekend. Very excited to have it here. We will be doing it again at MagicCon Minneapolis, so if you want to go check that out, you really should. There is one more thing that we're going to get to before questions, and I know that everybody here wants to see special Secret Lair things that are really far down the line, so we're going to give it to you. We're going to show you some art that's coming down the line. You might see it in a month, you might see it in 2, you might see it in a year. We're not going to tell you when, we're just going to show you the art and we're going to let you draw your own conclusions. Please take your phones out now as we go through this slideshow. All right, we're going to go for some rapid fire stuff. Emily, what do you think of this piece?
It's freaking incredible.
What do you like most about it? Point to one thing that you like most about it.
Well, the thing I love about it is that this is a great melding of something that could almost be classic Magic art, but has something about it that's so special and unique, which is one of the best things about Secret Lair to me. Is it can be as wild as crazy slimes, and it can be more dark, focused fantasy, and it's all a part of the world.
Excellent. Next slide. Oh, that's
Oh my
cool.
God.
Justine, thoughts on this piece?
It's awesome. It's like a crazy monster of like, I actually can't totally see what's completely
Like
inside
mushrooms
it
and
from
frogs
here,
and stuff.
but I love this like mass of moving creatures with a cute face.
Next slide. Let's see the next one. Wizard Barge, what do you think?
This is insane. This is are these power tools that they're using? It is.
Maybe.
This is very like out of the, fantasy realm, but still this is like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids style. This is rad.
All right, next slide. Tom,
Oh my
thoughts?
God.
Yeah.
Okay, good thought.
This one you really have to zoom in on. There's so much detail. One of my favorite artists that we've worked with Secret Lair.
It's pretty cool. Let's go on to the next slide. Emily, thoughts on this one?
Once again, God, Secret Lair, I love it. This, like, honestly, hearing Justine and Wizard of Barge talk about their approach to being, like, I would never be on a Magic card. Like, that's not, do you know what my art looks like? Like, this is freaking incredible. This is something that, 15 years ago, you would have never thought this would be on a Magic card.
And now at some point it's going to be, but I'm not going to tell you when.
Incredible.
Next slide.
Oh my God.
Justine, thoughts?
I mean, I love this. It's beautiful. I just said about the Ur Dragon how much I love symmetry. So it reminds me of like a old book cover, like an antique, almost like Art Nouveau-ish.
Yeah.
Like, it's just so flowy and beautiful. And I love the gold accents with the limited color. But like, I'm also, you may be able to tell that I'm a fan of a circle. So I love the way they set it up. It's just gorgeous.
Amazing. Next slide. This is the last piece. Wizard of Barge, thoughts?
Oh, this is insane.
Oh
Yeah,
my
this
God.
is like, I would love to do a painting for a card, and seeing cards like this really are like, okay, I want to do something like this. The splatter and just the like flowy magical effects are so cool.
I think we also all know who did this.
All right,
Yeah.
let's take it off. No more cover. Take it off the screen.
No one jumped.
This is so all of those images that you just saw. Feel free to speculate about it. Tweet at us at MTG Secret Lair and let us know what you think these are. We're not going to tell you what it is, but we want to know what you think it is. And please hashtag MC Philadelphia, MC Philly. The other thing is, you guys like these oversized cards? Yeah? You guys play Magic the Gathering? Silly question. These will be available as a prize wall prize right after this panel. So if you want to go play downstairs in the play area, get some tickets, there are 2 copies of each of these for the entire weekend. Those are the only ones that we made. This is the only place where you can get them. Go play Magic, get some prize tickets, redeem them for these because they are super, super cool. One of the other things that we have at panels is people get to ask questions. So if you would like to ask a question of anybody up here, please go talk to my good friend Blake Rasmussen, who is standing right there. Ask him if he's ask him about Muldrifter. Ask Blake about Muldrifter.
Questions. Hey, what's your question?
Blake should wear a shirt that says "Ask me about Muldrifter."
Uh-huh.
He loves Muldrifter. Hello, what can I do for you?
Hi. Grizzly Bear Secret Lair win.
Oh man, that would be great. Grizzly Bear Secret Lair when? Do you like grizzly bears?
I love grizzly bears.
Do people out here like grizzly bears? All right, we'll take it under advisement. I do love grizzly bears. 2 2s for 2. They're the way.
It'd be funny if he asked that question and he didn't like grizzly bears.
Just for all my friends that like them.
Are the grizzly bears punching or being punched or both?
We'd have to figure that out.
Okay.
Yes, my friend. What's your question?
I always forget I'm tall.
Me too.
The problem a lot of us suffer from. Not me, but like a lot of us. Yeah.
So my question is more towards Emily. As far as marketing, what is the reasoning behind like limited edition cards? Like for me, the Siobhan Dragon that's going around today, it said like 295 worldwide. What was the reasoning behind that sort of number?
Well, I know that you say that this question is more for me, but Steve, feel free to chime in with me on
That's
this
just
one.
mean, man. He asked the question of you. No. So that's a great question. What I'll say to you is I don't know very much about that stuff, but I will say that Secret Lair is a brand that's continuing to experiment, continuing to figure out what resonates and what doesn't resonate with the community. The thing is, we're not going to know until we try. So a lot of the stuff that we do, some of the things that you'll see coming down the line, that's us trying. That's us experimenting. That's us taking a look at what's out there and seeing how people react to it. People like you coming up and asking questions. So that's all really valuable feedback for us to take a look at, engage as to Is this something that's cool? Is this something that people want? Should we do this again? You know, those are all questions that we ask ourselves every day, and it's because of fans like you being willing to come up and ask these questions that we get the opportunity to really take that evaluation seriously. So I really appreciate the question. I don't have a really good answer for you, but I really do appreciate the question.
Yeah, I want to, reiterate kind of something I said before, which is that one of the goals here is there's a lot of new ways we want to get Secret Lairs into people's hands and get people getting into the lair. And so, like Steve said, there's going to be a lot of experimentation toward that end.
Thank you very much for your question.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Thank you. What's going on?
Hello.
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 I'm going to ask the question that everybody wants to know.
Okay.
When is there going to be an ATOG Secret Lair?
That is a question that everybody wants to know?
Is that
Yes.
true?
Is that true? Does everybody want to know that?
She has an ATOG shirt on. That's Ortog right there.
I do not have a good answer for you, but everything that we are hearing today, believe me, we are taking back to the home office as feedback. So
like
thank
I said,
you.
we listen to
Writing it down.
So.
ATOG Secret Lair when ?
Any answer is a good answer. Thank you.
No problem. Thank you very much for coming. What's going on? What can I do for you?
Hey, I just learned about that Secret Lair card.
What Secret Lair card?
The one that said Secret Lair card. I was just wondering, are you allowed to say what the secret word is?
What is the secret word? So look, man, I don't know. I don't know. It's a secret. It's a secret. I can't tell you. It's a secret word. It's right there in the title. It's a secret word.
I had to do the art for it. They wouldn't even tell me the word.
Yeah, supposedly there's only one person in the building that knows the secret word, and none of them are us.
And I've tried to bribe them, and they won't tell me.
It's a good question, though. Thank you. Hello, my friend. What can I do for you?
Hi. I'm not going to say the name right, but a few years ago, you showed a preview of a Foglio Secret Lair. Do you know when that's going to come out?
It's a good question. I would love to be able to tell you when all the cool things that we've seen are coming out. Realistically, we want to keep that as a surprise. I know that people are really looking forward to that one. I'm looking forward to that one. And believe me, when we are ready to say when it's coming out, we are not going to be able to keep quiet about it.
Yeah.
So we do have to stay quiet about it for now. I really do appreciate the question. I know people are excited about it. I'm glad you are. And we're going to make sure that as soon as we can say something, y'all are going to be the first to know.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Really keeping the secret in Secret Lair.
I mean,
it's in the title, man. Like, what am I supposed to do?
So, The Walking Dead Secret Lair is the only one that hasn't had its cards reprinted in like an actual set. When is that happening?
That's another one of those questions that I don't have the answer for you right now. It's one of those things where if there are plans for it, we'll be getting it out through our very talented communications team and our social channels. Keep an eye out on those. If there's anything to talk about with that, we'll let you know.
Okay.
Thank you.
Hey, so my question is, we've had a lot of Secret Lairs that are aimed at basically Commander product. Recently we had a Jund one. I was wondering if we could have a Secret Lair aimed at like the modern Jund deck, Tarmogoyf, Lightning Bolt, Seal of Fire kind of things.
It's a good suggestion. Every Secret Lair is a little bit different. I think that there are a lot of people behind the scenes. I don't work on card selection or anything. I'm a marketing guy. Yeah. But I can tell you that there are a lot of really, really passionate people behind the scenes that watch our VODs for these panels, that listen to these questions. So the fact that you were willing to come up and say something about it, make the suggestion, maybe it'll fall in the right ears.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, I just had a question that I just wanted to know. Have y'all had any consideration of doing anything with Prosper Tomebound for any of the Secret Lair?
A what? Sorry?
For Prosper Tomebound.
Prosper Tomebound. I love Prosper. That commander deck is dope.
Wait, hold on. No one else can listen to the answer to this question because he said he just wants to know.
Oh, that's right.
Should we invite him up?
Should we invite him? Look, I'm happy to have you come up and have me tell you I don't have any information about that. But I figure that's something that everybody can say. I love that we have people like you coming up and being like, hey, this is my favorite commander, or like, I want something around that. These are the people that we make Secret Lairs for.
Yes.
So nothing to share yet. Thank you very much for coming up and saying something. We'll take it back to the home office and see what we come up with.
Steve, can I just make like a quick blanket statement?
Sure.
That just because I love everyone asking questions about like, when is this coming? When's this coming? And Steve is genuinely right when we say we'd love to hear what you all want. And I think like the biggest generic response I can give to that is that the team, we're incredibly thoughtful when it comes to card selection, artist selection, how those things line up, and release timelines. If you haven't seen something yet, it doesn't mean that it's not coming or that we're not planning on it. But we, at the same time, we always want to hear what people are excited about and wanting to see. We want to hear about what formats you all are really engaging with. Being in tune with the community is a huge part of what makes Secret Lair successful as it grows. So, like as Steve said, feel free to ask us these questions. If you see me around on the show floor, please don't make me regret this, but please feel free to come up and tell me what you're thinking. I want to know. And we all love hearing what the community is really into and what you all are looking for and hoping for, because Secret Lair is for you. So it's really important that we know that. So I just say that so that I hope you're not all disappointed by how much we have to be like, we can't answer. Obviously, there's a lot of secrets that we're keeping. It's in the name, like we said.
Yeah.
But like, genuinely, we love hearing from all of you about what you're excited about.
Prosper Tomebound, I'll remember it. I'll take it back.
All right, thank y'all.
Yeah.
We're going to get to like all 20,000 Magic cards.
Yeah.
So it'll
Hi there.
just take some time.
Have you guys been considering about different religions and myths for the Secret Lairs?
I don't have a good answer to that. Like, that falls under the realm of, what themes are you considering, stuff like that. I think that we are considering a lot of things. I will say that some things are a little bit more difficult to make sure that we get right than others. It's possible something like that would fall under that category. If we were to do something like that, we want to make sure that we were doing it right and that we were doing it in a way that was respectful to whatever the source material was.
I want to point to when we did the Pride drop, one of the things that made it so incredibly successful is that we worked really closely not only with Wizards' internal Pride group, which I'm a very proud member of, but also with the Trevor Project and with consultants to make sure that we want to always do things like that authentically and in a way that is representing the community's best. We do 2 philanthropy drops every year, and whenever we are doing, tackling any sort of sensitive material, we're always going to be working with consulting firms, with folks that are engaged in the community to bring an authentic voice to things like that. So we have to be especially thoughtful. But if it's good to hear that it's something you're curious about.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Hi there.
Hi. Mine's not so much a question, it's more so a thank you for creating Secret Lair. I love OMG kitties. I love look at the kitties. Anything with cats, I love.
Oh no, I'm crying.
Oh.
So, thank you so much.
That's exactly why I'm so incredibly proud to be part of this team. I know you're not telling me I didn't have anything to do with kitties, right? Yeah. But that's why. I'm so sorry, Steve. I feel like I'm hogging things.
You're a panelist. I'm just here for show.
That's the power of Secret Lair. Like, that's what makes it so exciting is, we want everyone who sees a Secret Lair out there to see themselves in it, or to see the deck they want to build in it, or to see the art style that they've never seen represented. I want women, I want queer folks, I want everyone who's never seen themselves in a Magic card to feel like they're a part of the community. So thank you for that, because I'm going to take that back to the team. I mean, that's why I'm here, so thank you.
It means a lot to us, and it gives us a good reminder as to why it is that we do this and what it means to people. So thank you, genuinely. Hi there.
Hi. My question centers around artists, honestly. So could you talk a little bit about the process that your staff goes in finding and pitching artists? And have you guys ever considered a suggestion box for the community to suggest new artists as well?
Well, I'll look to Tom for how it is that we source artists and we get artistic talent. In terms of the suggestion box thing, that falls under, we're not really allowed to necessarily take suggestions for cards, so we need to make sure that we're being purposeful about it. We do keep our ears open to the community, and we do pay attention. So I'll leave it at that and let you draw your own conclusions. But Tom, do you want to talk a little bit about how you source artistic talent for Magic?
Sure, yeah. There's kind of 2 categories of Secret Lair jobs. They start with cards or they start with the artists. Honestly, it's a lot of like late night couch scrolling through Instagram, ArtStation, all the things, and it's doesn't even feel like a job. And then when you see somebody, you're like, oh man, they would do mermaids amazing, or etc. Like
dragons,
you just
slimes.
You make a note, and you're like, we got to make this happen. Like that's a little bit of an oversimplification, but it's really just finding that artist that could do that really cool thing, the real cool card type or card themes. Yeah.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hi there.
Hi. First of all, I love Secret Lair. I actually even have one on me.
Hey, there we go. Very nice.
Kamigawa Ink. One of my
Nice.
personal favorites. I think it's a very underrated Secret Lair. My question was actually about basic lands and Secret Lairs. Oftentimes it's just the 5 basic lands. I was wondering if we'd ever see more. 10 basic lands in a Secret Lair, or 20? Is that a possibility?
So if I just want to make sure that I can hear your question correctly, because it's masked, muffled, it's all good.
Yeah.
You're asking about the number of lands that come in a Secret Lair, number of basics. That's a great question. It's great feedback. We're definitely going to take it back to the team. That's a part of that experimentation that I mentioned earlier, right? Where we're always looking to experiment. We're always looking to gather feedback, see what people are interested in, and see how it works. So the fact I know that there are a lot of people here definitely that are interested in that. So we're going to take that back to the team. It does come up every once in a while, and it's good to know that people are still interested in it. Let's put it that way.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Hello there.
Hey, how are you?
How are you?
So, quick thank you, again, like the other person who said it. My first Magic the Gathering purchase in 14 years was Street Fighter Secret Lair.
Yeah,
and now I'm
there we
standing
go.
here with 3 decks in my backpack ready to play. So, but my question kind of goes off of what the previous gentleman asked. Not just with basic lands, where do you find that sweet spot and how many cards per Secret Lair, even the general ones? Do you commission a bunch of different art and then select 4 or 5 to be the cards, or do you have the idea of what's in the Secret Lair before you start asking for the art?
Yeah.
That's a really good question.
Yeah.
No, please, tell me.
We have very smart people picking out the cards. We want to make sure that like the cards have their space. Like if they're coming out in a regular, like a main set, we want to give that some room. We want to make them like super special and find that moment. So, but there's like super brains that are making sure that none of these collisions happen and picking and more importantly picking the most interesting cards. So so we always start with once we get the artist or the idea, it's always like a set number of cards. Like this makes up a great pack.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
That's our goal.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Hi there.
Hi. I feel like I'm just going to reiterate what everybody said. So I am here to just thank you guys for what you do. I feel that love letter. My older brother, my younger brother and I, we've been playing since, I want to say 94. So our kids all play. And the Secret Lairs for me is the new dad tie. Our kids, they don't buy us socks or stupid ties. My favorite gift I ever got was the Godzilla lands. Again, whoever's responsible for that, thank you so much.
Yeah.
I love everything about Magic, especially I like the game, I like the lore, the strategy, the art is fantastic, all the things you do. We should talk about the Hobbit movie. I just had a funny story about that. All these things are great. The Blanca card, I was just going to thank you for that too. So the fact that we're all here talking about the same things, you're onto something. But I really came up here to I didn't think anybody would do it. The only deck I brought with me to the con is my Bear Tribal deck. So yes, Grizzly Bears.
There we go. All right.
There you go. Thank you guys.
Thank you. Hi there.
Hello.
Hello.
Will there be more fungus-themed Secret Lairs? And also just in general, not just cards that are already existing fungus-themed, but things that are generic, like Nature's Lore, getting into a fungus theme, because that's always one of my favorite things they do for Magic cards, is that for any just generic commander staples, getting a coat of paint specific to a tribe, whether it's Mystic Remora getting a Merfolk-themed version, Gamble being a Goblin-themed versions. I just really love those tribal-specific staples and would love to see more of that.
That's
I'm
awesome.
biased because fungus is my favorite.
Really? I hadn't guessed.
I mean, that's a really good call out. I think that, like Tom said earlier, Secret Lair drops can start with art, they can start with cards, but I think also when we're developing things, they can also start with a theme.
Yeah.
So the theme that you're talking about, sometimes we'll have somebody come in and be like, hey, what about this? What about, for example, a fungus-themed Secret Lair? And then, like we know fungus players really love playing this card. Maybe we could put this card in or this, and that's when the real brainstorming starts. So, it's another one of those things where I can't tell you we're going to do it. I can't tell you we're not going to do it, but I can tell you that we are listening. I hear that, and I'm going to take that back to the office. I'm going to be like, hey, this one guy out there, he's representative of a whole population of fungus players that really, really want a fungus-themed Secret Lair with some cool-looking fungus art on cards that they like to play. So
and I love that you asked that question because Secret Lair means and does different things for different people, and that's a perfect example of hearing that the themes, the ability to really kit out your deck with a very specific theme that you're super invested in. That's again one of the cool powers of Secret Lair, and so getting that feedback of how people are interacting with Secret Lair and using it to build out their collections is thank you.
Thank you.
Seems
very
like
much.
a fun guy. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Love it. All right, and that is all the time that we have today. I want to thank our panelists, Wizard of Barge, Justine Jones, Emily Floyd, Tom Jenkot. Thank you very much for being here. You'll be able to find some more Secret Lair art at the wonderful Artist Alley over there. Check out Wizard of Barge and Justine Jones in the Artist Alley, and make sure that you go check out the art gallery today across the street. Secret Lair, please go. Please have fun. Please have a wonderful MagicCon Philly. Thank you so much for being here.
Steve.